what are we doing about power pricing and the power shortage and the whole structure of power in New Zealand? And Shane Jones has already threatened the Electricity Authority to sort things out. If it doesn't man up and fix the issue and flex its authority, they've got to do something, and I think Jones is right on this. We've got an issue. We've got structural changes really needed to ensure competitive energy prices in New Zealand. We don't have it. Shane Jones says that structural change to the energy sector is definitely on the cards as a result of what we've seen in the past 24 hours. Following the closure of two central North Island mills, Winstone Pulp, as confirmed, as you know from yesterday, it's closing its two mills near Ohakuni, with 230 people set to lose their jobs. Shane Jones says that the government can't control factors like global prices, foreign exchange rates and global shipping logistics, but the Regional Development and Associate Energy Minister has said that the power of the large gentailers needs to be broken up to make energy prices more competitive. So these gentailers are the big ones that they both generate power and they also sell it as well. And he says the aluminium sector is looking towards importing, and there's uncertainty for corn growers, and the country's biggest gas user, Methanex, has also been facing issues, and we know that they have set up shop as well, you see. So a number of industries are doing it tough, doing it really, really hard, and the New Zealanders are asking the question, what's going on with our power supply? And the spot prices have been so high, and so if there's a shortage of power, say by 10%, the prices might go up 500%. They don't go up 10%, they go up 500%. Because that's where these big guys make all their money. And there's been no shortage of profits. I mean, ordinary New Zealanders like us, we can't understand how you can make so much money from power and not put it back into generation of some sort. Now, you can't force it to rain all the time. I mean, Shane Jones can't do a rain dance. He'll try, but you can't always do a rain dance. So you've got to have some sort of certainty. And you just simply can't have businesses closing up shop because you can't turn the lights on. That's third world. We'd scoff at that in other parts of the world, but no, it's here now. So we've got a problem, and we just simply haven't built enough generation. So let's have a chat to Shane Jones. He's the Associate Energy Minister, amongst other things, and he joins us now. Kia ora, Shane. Nice to have you on the program, mate.
Hey, kia ora. Greetings, folks.
What are we going to do about this? This is a real issue, isn't it? I mean, here we are batting away in Parliament the treaty principles legislation from Seymour. Yet the real issue for working Māori is the mill's closing down in central North Island and they're out of work. That's the real issue, I would have thought, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the difficulty that we've got is we seem to be in a state of paralysis, and we've ended up trusting these large gentailers who own their consumers to help deliver an outcome that not only gives us affordable power, but secures our long-term energy sector. So all breadcrumbs lead, shall I say, back to changing the model to ensure that that the people who run the power system serve the interests of the overarching New Zealand society.
Yeah, because I think we've probably got away from that. I mean, you've picked up on this, you've spotted this quite rightly, that they're serving themselves and their shareholders, so they're making huge profits, Shane. There's no doubt about that. You've seen the profits, $2.7 billion in the past 12 months. So there's no shortage of profits after tax. Yet where's the generation? Where's the power generation to secure supply for New Zealanders and New Zealand businesses so we can continue to live normal lives?
Yeah, that's the missing part. We've got a situation where a whole lot of promises have been made. I mean, the system works that you bring new generation by creating some profit, by marginal trading, which caused New Zealand to have the largest power prices. And that model is not delivering competitive international prices, and it's also undermining energy security. So I campaigned on it as a part of New Zealand First. I accept we only got 6.3 or whatever the hell it was of the vote, but Cabinet has endorsed that both Minister Simeon and I undertake this review, and this review will be made up, amongst other things, of some robust options, because the prospect of us hollowing out our economy or deindustrialising it will actually run, in my view, regional New Zealand to the ground.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. If you can't keep the factories open and the people employed because we don't have enough power, then we are stuffed. The question is, how do you fix it then, isn't it? Because we simply, Shane, we can't have the years ahead that repeat this year. Because there'll be more businesses closed, more factories closed, and that's like something out of sort of Eastern Russia. You just can't have it.
I couldn't agree more. The impact on GDP could potentially be substantial. I mean, other countries have looked at different interventions. I think in Canada, the Crown over there basically put, I don't know how much, a couple of $100 million or $100 million. It was really an attempt on their part to enable the pulp mills and other large large electricity users, shall I say, to cope with the rising industrial electricity prices. But that really lets, in my view, the czars of the power sector off for free here. They know what
Who do we blame? Yeah, who do we blame, Shane? Do we blame the last government for not doing enough? Or what is it?
The last government had, I think you have to agree that the worst energy minister in my time really is Megan Woods, who bought into the notion of a whole lot of slogans. She closed down the refinery. She's really driven an agenda that all of our major manufacturers who rely on coal, for example, in the South Island where there's no gas, they have to leave coal behind. They have to go into full electricity. I can tell you they won't be able to do it. They're afraid to tell the truth about how difficult and costly that transition is. So they'll wait until the coal runs out in New Zealand and they'll just start importing coal because no government will want to close down the dairy factories of the South Island. And this government, we just don't have the money to hand out subsidies to all the big manufacturers. So indirectly, I can tell you that if we don't maintain the coal industry to provide coal for the manufacturers in the South Island, they'll end up importing coal or they'll close down. No government is going to tolerate our major export industry having to close down its manufacturing plants.
Oh, that would be unheard of, and it would be it wouldn't be tolerated, Shane, and there'd be huge repercussions. I mean, if the dairy factories have to close as a result of this, then we're in. I mean, for lack of a better word, we're in the shit.
Yeah. So a lot of them rely on coal to generate the heat. A lot of our North Island entities rely on gas to generate the heat. Gas at the moment is critical to keeping the lights on. But why is it critical? It's critical because Meridian and the other companies have taken inordinate amounts of money out of their earnings, used it for dividend and corporate salaries, and not invested adequately to boost our energy security. You can't walk back from that. Just look at any given day as to what's the forward profile for prices in New Zealand. It goes up and up and up. And that's how the market is structured at the moment. But that's a conscious decision we are leaving in place as New Zealanders to do that, which is why this review, which cannot be undertaken by anyone tainted by the existing energy stakeholders. The Commerce Commission will study whether contact buying from Infratil, the Manawa hydro assets, is good or bad, but that's further evidence of consolidation.